Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. We are back at it with two bottles that I probably should have opened a while ago. Hey, life happens, right? Sometimes life happens. You get sidetracked, but we're going to dive into these today. Before we dive into it, one quick update. I am extremely excited to launch my brand new merch shop. So I had my merch for many years. As you start out with, the channel and so forth, there's always room for improvement, room to grow. I like my merchandise I had before, but I needed to step my game up. So check out the link in today's episode. You can also go to my website as well. But this is one of my sweaters right here, or sweatshirts rather, that I have right here. This is the Cousin Anita quote, Bourbon, get your mind right. So got to give credit to Cousin Anita for this one here. But this is one of my new sweatshirts. But I have sweatshirts, t-shirts, quarter zips, you name it. All cool, different designs. I'm really proud of it. And shout out to my local business partner who I'm working with, who designed everything for me. So I appreciate him as well. All right. So, Judge, what took you so long to open up these two bottles? So I'm going to go through each of these. We're going to do a full verdict for each one. Let me go ahead and just pour a little bit. So for both of these, I haven't had a chance to sip them. I put a little bit in my infinity bottle just so they can kind of open up a little bit. So I did part of it. I just didn't get a chance to actually sip the whiskey, the most important part. But hey, you're traveling for my day job, keep the lights on, as they say. Traveling, ooh, love that sound. Traveling for bourbon. I was down a couple weeks ago. I was in Atlanta, did a barrel pick with Short Barrel. So me and my patrons, we did a short barrel pick. Bourbon whiskey finished in ex-honey barrels. I just got back not too long ago from Jack Daniels. We did a barrel pick, a cast strength barrel pick with Jack Daniels, a barrel proof rye whiskey. And I'm getting ready to leave in a few weeks to go to Ohio to do a barrel pick with High Bank Distillery, as well as with Middle West Spirits. So just got a lot. I've been traveling, hence the reason why I haven't had a chance to dive into these two. But the long wait is over, because I've heard nothing but good things about both of these bottles. All right, so let's start with our good friends over at Woodinville. So several weeks ago, I reviewed the new Sauternes finish. So Woodinville, on their harvest release, they have a harvest release every year at the distillery. They put out two new bottles. They put out the Sauternes, which I did review not too long ago, and that bottle was delicious, right? Mic drop, as they always do with all their stuff. And then they also put out a second bottle that same day called the Founder's Find. Yes, the Founder's Find. So what's interesting about this is the first time that Woodinville has actually ever sourced a product. I'm going to go ahead and just squash any rumors out there. No, all their other whiskey is made by them. This is just like a one-time special release, and I'll get into that. But no, they're still going to produce and make all their whiskey. This is just a one-time, I guess, kind of like a special project, if you will. So the owner and CEO, he came across like a lot of 12-year-old Tennessee whiskey, and he was like, hey, this is so good, so unique. Let's just go ahead and do something a little bit different. So he created this. That's the reason why they call it Founder's Find, right? It's a 12-year-old Tennessee whiskey. I assume from Dickel. It's 96% from that lot that he got from the 12-year-old Tennessee whiskey. There's also 4% 15-year-old whiskey or bourbon whiskey coming from Indiana. I would assume MGP. Blending it together, and the final proof on this one is 107 proof. So 107 proof. Now, MSRP. All right, $130. You might be wondering, Judge, that's a lot of money. And it is. Don't get me wrong, right? $130 is a lot of money. But if you kind of use like the general rule of thumb, which most whiskey folks do use, for every year, $10 per year. Age 12 years, that would say $120. This is $130. That's actually, honestly, if you think about it, not bad from that standpoint, at least from that perspective. Fair? All right. So $130. Let's go ahead and get into this one, Judge. Let's see what we got here. So the last thing I would say is availability. You can find this, obviously, of course, at their distillery. You can also go online. So they're doing pre-orders. You can go online if you're interested in grabbing it. And then I'm sure, obviously, in the future, we'll see it at certain stores across the U.S. All right, here we go. Cheers. Oh, man. Yeah. It definitely has like that. You definitely, even though there's 4% 15-year-old I assume Indiana MGP whiskey in here. The 12-year-old, the majority of it definitely stands out. I would assume this has to be Dickel, because you do get like a medicinal, cherry, earthy kind of a note to it. But I like Dickel, so I'm good with that. I am definitely good with that. All right, here we go. Cheers again, everyone. Wow. Very much that quintessential cherry, like a earthy cherry, black pepper kind of a note, if you will. I like the oak notes that are in there as well. Good bit of oak, obviously, because it was in the barrel for the most part, aged 12 years. So definitely some good notes of like oak as well. So it gives a little bit more character, a little bit more depth. That's not bad. That's not bad. Wow, that's not bad at all. Let me get a little bit more. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. This is definitely Dickel. Oh, all right. Cheers again. Very rich, sweet, very cherry, medicinal kind of a note, if you will. To me, and me personally, I'm going to give this a ruling, a verdict of this is a buy, but only if you like Dickel. So if you're a fan of like that medicinal cherry kind of a note, almost like a cherry cola kind of note, but this also has what's different about it, and maybe it's that 15-year MGP that's in there. It also has a good bit of oak in there as well. So some oak, also some darker fruits as well, like some blackberries and plum notes as well. To me, if you like a Dickel product, right, that Dickel traditional nose and palate, that's actually quite good. It's very much here, the palate, it stays here and it remains the entire time. A very consistent finish for 107 proof whiskey. In fact, there's a little drop left, and you guys know me. If I like something, I never leave a drop of whiskey in the glass. Wow, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Hey, Orland, not bad at all. Not bad at all. That is a great great find of Tennessee whiskey. I like that. Not bad. All right, now we are moving over to Pursuit United. This is their double oak rye. This released back in September. It's released right in the beginning of September. I've heard nothing, and I want to be crystal clear, nothing but great things about this bottle from everyone. I mean, whiskey tuber friends of mine, just people in my Discord, my patrons, friends of mine. Everyone has said, Judge, have you tried the Pursuit United double oak rye? And I'm like, no, I haven't. Not yet. I own it, but I haven't tried it. But here we are. So this, obviously, if you think about Pursuit United, this sub-brand, this was obviously started by the founders of the Bourbon Pursuit podcast, Kenny and Ryan. Kenny and Ryan are just, I mean, they're just good dudes. So I'm really excited for this. I mean, everything else that they've put out thus far under their product line has always been amazing. So I'm sure this is as well. Look at that color. Just look at that bottle. Look how dark that is. Wow. Gotta love a double oak rye. Oh, man. All right. Can't wait to get into this one. All right, so I will say this was their whiskey that they sourced in conjunction with their partnership with Bardstown Bourbon Company and Sagamore, right? Makes sense, right? So you got Bardstown, who is Bardstown, phenomenal, and Sagamore, they make amazing ryes day in, day out. So it was sourced in their conjunction with their partnership with them. Oh, goodness gracious. Whew. Okay. Hold on one second. Proof on this one, Judge. What is the proof? 108 proof, which is not bad. I like that. That's a great proof point. I mean, when you're like at that, anywhere from like that 100 to 110 proof, I think personally it's like a sweet spot. So 108, not bad at all. Last but not least, MSRP, $70. You can't beat it for $70. I mean, that's a good price point. Hopefully the quality of the whiskey matches that, but the price point, $70 for a double oak rye at this day and age, that's actually, thank you. Thank you from that standpoint, but hopefully the whiskey is worth being thankful of. We shall see. All right. So because this is a double oak rye, the two things that stand out, honestly, as I kind of expected, is a great blend of almost like a dark chocolate brown sugar. It's like a dark chocolate brown sugar meets a ton of oak with some pepper. So it's almost 3. So I counted wrong there. Dark chocolate, pepper, and oak. Big time. Oh man. That's a nice nose. Damn. Damn, Kenny and Ryan. What are you guys doing over there? Goodness gracious. Whew, man. I don't get caught up in the nose too often. This nose is really good. Jeez. Goodness gracious. All right, here we go. Cheers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Stop. Hold on. That's good. Jeez, that's good. Oh my goodness. Oh man, let me get another sip. Oh boy. Wow. I was going to use some bad words. Bad words as in like cursing, right? That is absolutely ridiculously good. That's really, really good. That's exceptional. I'm pouring a little bit more. So, Judge, what is the verdict on this double oak rye from Pursuit United, our good friends over at the Bourbon Pursuit? The verdict is in. Kenny and Ryan, stop it. I'm a sucker for double oak products first and foremost. That by itself. That double oak rye, this is insane good. At $70, it's a steal. Do not raise the prices. Keep it where it is. This is amazing. If you love a double oak rye, and if you're a bourbon drinker trying to make that leap of faith over to the rye category, start here if you haven't tried anything else, and you will be happy and thankful that the judge recommended you. Because that, my friends, is a buy. Hey friends, until the next time, peace, cheers, and most important, salute. Take care. See you guys.